Hello my dear friends, I am Jyotirvid Pawan Kumar. In this video, I would like to talk about a very important spiritual topic. It is about the soul and three bodies and five coverings, which are known as five sheaths. You may find a lot of information even on YouTube about this topic. But the problem is some people tend to make even the simplest things very complicated. So there is varied type of information. But in order to find genuine information, you have to do some research. So my dear friends, soul or overself resides in a very high dimension. We are down here living in the third dimension, physical dimension, material dimension. You can liken the soul to a brain, very advanced brain. It doesn't have any limbs, so it can't experience anything in the physical sense, but it has thought power and it is very highly evolved. But in order to have experiences on any plane of existence, the soul needs body. And down here, when we come here as humans, we have three bodies. Next to the soul is the causal body, which in Sanskrit we call Karan Sharir. That is the subtlest body. Then next is the astral body. In Sanskrit it is Suksham Sharira. After that it's the physical body, this body, physical body, what we have, right? Now these three bodies have five coverings, sheaths, which are classified according to their functions. After death, on this third dimensional plane of existence, your physical body dies. So the rest of the entity leaves the physical body and enters into the next dimension, which is the astral dimension. So physical body is composed of five elements of this world, which are water, air, fire, earth, and a subtle element called akasha, or nowadays some people call it space. So all these elements, when the body is deserted by the rest of the entity, it is cremated, either cremated or buried in ground, or whatever way they dispose it off, doesn't matter. So all the five elements join their vast ocean of elements. They return to their own ocean of elements. So the rest of the entity enters the next dimension. So this physical body is, in terms of the sheaths, five sheaths, is called Annamaya Kosh. Ann in Hindi or Sanskrit means food. This physical body is created out of the food you consume. So it is called Annamaya Kosh. Then the next is Pranamaya Kosh. Prana is a subtle energy which Chinese call Qi or Japanese call Reiki, but here in India we know it as Prana. It is a subtle energy. So Pranamaya Kosh. This Pranamaya Kosh is a covering around our physical body, around all the organs. There is a covering, and it is also known as etheric double. It follows all the contours of the body all around it, and it may extend from 1 or 2 millimeters to couple of inches beyond the physical body, physical organs. If you are clairvoyant, you can see it. It's a hazy, like smoke-like thing or bluish energy, right? See, the high tension wires, electricians know, electrical engineers know that during wet season, some people can see a corona discharge around high tension wires. So it's the same, right? This etheric double. This, after death of the physical body, this etheric double, which is called Pranamaya Kosh, it separates from the physical body. It doesn't go with the rest of the entity. Here is a confusion. Some people say that it goes with the Suksham Sharira, but it doesn't. It stays here. It separates from the physical body, and it doesn't have any brain. It cannot think. It cannot do anything. But it is ghost of the person. This is what ghost is. So it separates from the physical body, and it roams around, goes to places to which that person was attached while living on this earth. If it is the etheric body of a very rich person who has died, then the rich person is mostly concerned about his or her money, wealth, assets. So it will roam around the places where that person had accumulated his or her wealth, assets. It doesn't do it. It cannot harm anyone. If you see it, you may be afraid because of your own lack of understanding, but it cannot harm you. And this etheric double depends how strong it is, depends upon the vitality, the physical strength of a person, physical health of a person. It may extend from couple of millimeters to couple of inches. And after death, if you meet with some violent death through some struggle, some kind of struggle, through fight or through accident, then this etheric double is stronger than compared to if you die a normal, peaceful death. So it roams around, and it may take a very long time, depending upon how strong it is, how potent it is. It may take 20 years, 50 years, or even 100 years to dissipate fully. So if you know a person while that person is living, and after death of the person you somehow can see the ghost of that person, you will recognize, although it is just a covering, but you will recognize that it is that person. I hope it is now very clear, because there is a lot of confusion about this. So this Pranamaya Kosh remains here in the physical world. Now next body is the Suksham Sharira, astral body, which takes the causal body attached with the soul to the next higher dimension. This Suksham Sharira has two coverings, two sheaths. One is Manomaya Kosh, and the next is Vigyanmay kosh. This manomay kosh, man in Hindi and Sanskrit means the mind. Now, incidentally, let me ask you if you know where the mind resides in your body. No, it doesn't belong to the brain. See, even the psychiatrists, they think that they believe that mind is in the brain, but it is not. So what happens if a person is depressed or has some kind of mental disease? You go to a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist prescribes a drug which is going to affect your brain. It doesn't cure your mental disease because mind is not in the brain. So this manomay kosh and vigyanmay kosh belong to the astral body. So they will go with you after death. Manomay kosh, well, whatever the function of the mind is, thought, it is related to thoughts, thought patterns, the way you think, your beliefs and all that. So it will go with you. Then the next sheath is Vigyanmay kosh, which again belongs to the subtle body, astral body. Vigyanmay kosh is connected with your intellect, wisdom. So your intellect, your wisdom, whatever you have learned here, is going to go with you after death. Now here is another confusion. If some people, even the so-called gurus, they are, saying that after death you don't have any reasoning power. No, that is wrong. All the faculties which you have here, even all these faculties become very enhanced after death. And this subtle body, astral body, when it enters in the next higher dimension, fifth dimension, which means the astral plane of existence, that this subtle body, astral body, becomes your physical body because it is made up of the elements of that plane of existence. So there is a manomay kosh and vigyanmay kosh, which are related to the mind and intellect respectively. They will go with you, right, after death. Then the subtlest body is the causal body, which in Sanskrit or Hindi we call Karan Sharir. That is the seed of, that contains the seed of everything which manifests in the astral and the physical body. Everything, all the tendencies, they initiate in the causal body, and that is the finest body. And the covering of that body is called Anandamay kosh, sheath of bliss. Anand is bliss. Why? Because it is just next to your soul, which is all bliss, nothing else. Sat Chit Ananda. I hope now it is all clear that there are 3 bodies and 5 sheaths, and the function of each sheath, function of each body. So now if we talk about moksha or mukti or ending the birth, death, rebirth cycles on this physical plane of existence, then this nirvana is through your development, your evolution, when you don't need to come on this physical third dimensional plane of existence because you have learned everything and you have worked out your previous karma. Then you don't have to come down to this world of sorrows. It is known as the world of sorrows, and it is. Then you enter into the astral plane, and then the astral plane again, through your development, through your many lives there on that plane of existence, There are different rules, there are different things to learn on that plane. And when you get nirvana from your subtle body, then you are left with the causal body, which is the finest. And after getting freedom from the causal body, then you join the ever existing ocean of bliss, which is called Brahma, the ultimate God. You become part of it. Then you don't have to reincarnate. But till all these three bodies are there, you will reincarnate again and again on physical plane till your physical body is there, or on the subtlest planes of existence, astral plane and causal plane. I hope you enjoy watching my videos, and if this video is helpful and you have any comments, you are most welcome. And if you haven't so far subscribed to my YouTube channel, you may do so. That doesn't help me monetarily, because my videos are not viewed that much. But my aim is not that to earn money through these videos. My aim is to provide you genuine, truthful, authentic knowledge, which I know somehow. So my dear friends, if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will encourage me to make some more good videos for you. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you.